and thanks for staying with us. The Nigerian Customs Service Command in Nigeria have continued to intercept vehicles all over the country. Also on Customs reports, the acting ACG headquarters speaks on revenue generated while it was the upper command. Plus, more reports. I am Egiseme Edinye. Stay tuned. The Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service in charge of Zone A has urged members of the service at the upper command to always maintain good health. She said that they must always go for proper check in customs hospitals in Apapa before coming to work. She urged officers to always maintain high level of discipline at all times in the office.
We didn't even know we have such space, and the space was so well managed, and the gyms are beautifully furnished. So the officers, please, of Zone A, I enjoin you to make sure you utilize this. A healthy body is a healthy mind. It's when you're healthy that you'll be able to do your work. And there's no other how that you could be healthy than to exercise. So exercise is very, very important. So I am overwhelmed that this is happening. A full gym, not just, I am talking of a well-equipped gym. Abakura couldn't have done better.
And let's talk about the revenue generation now for Zone A.
It's always first. This is unprecedented. And Abakura has told me that it is not only for customs officers, that is also for stakeholders. Anybody can walk in here and have themselves, their health assessed. So this is wonderful. And the way the space was managed is, I don't even know what to say. It's excellent. Officers have been trained and retrained. And then the system we are working with had also been upgraded. We are now on everything, electronic. And that is why you are seeing results. And not only that, the CGC takes the welfare of its officers very, very keenly. Officers are happy. When people are happy, they give in their best. That's what you're seeing now. Exactly. We are recommending it. Thursday is actually our day of exercise. From 4 o'clock, we go to exercise our bodies and our minds. So I am going to insist that every area command should have something like this.
The former controller in charge of Park Customs Command, who is now elevated as Assistant Controller General of Customs at the headquarters, has been speaking on the command, and he has said that so far a lot of revenue has been generated while he was in the command before he was transferred to Abuja. He speaks more on a number of issues.
Precisely on the 18th of March 2019, I assumed the office of Customs Area Controller with a mission, and that mission was to consolidate on the legacies of my predecessors and create an enabling environment where officers and stakeholders could work harmoniously for the betterment of the nation. Today, I have every reason to glorify Almighty God for not only sparing our life to witness this day, but to also thank Him for giving me the wisdom and ability to spearhead the activities of the command to a new feat. I thank God, thank you, my officers, and thank our esteemed stakeholders. Summarily, over this period, we achieved a lot in the following areas. We collected 946 billion 276,543,019 naira 5 kobo. We've almost hit a trillion in the past 23 months. Improvement in the annual revenue collection from 404 billion in 2018 to 423 billion in 2019 thereby indicating an increase of 19 billion. Increase of 95 billion naira was from the 423 billion naira collected in 2019 to 518 billion in the year 2020. Increase in seizure and its duty paid value from 97 in 2018 to 114 in 2019 and 318 in 2020 respectively. In terms of duty paid value, the difference value of 2019 seizure and that of 2020 stood at 12.5 billion naira positive increase. Among these seizures were controlled drugs, e.g. tramadol, cough syrup with codeine, and other drugs that have not been registered. We've secured court condemnation on all the seized items in 2017, 18, 19, and 2020 respectively.
You are watching the program Customs Report.
My son just called me now. Just I don't know when they're starting and my camera is there. I want to watch.
Gentlemen, as usual, my name is Paul. After meeting with you for just not too long, we called you for another interaction. This has become very important because of the peculiar seizure we made in response to the marching order given to us by the Controller General of Customs. This ill-gotten rise is being stored. The Controller General of Customs directed even one bag should not be spared. And God has been on our side. We have got this rise from different locations. Another classical seizure that I want to showcase today is the seizure of 262 kegs of petroleum, popularly known as PMS. You can imagine the gravity of damage these kegs of fuel will generate if they are allowed to reach the end user. You can see how banditry is disturbing the whole northwest. These kegs of fuel are part of the aid to this banditry. Because you keep on asking yourself, these bandits, they don't come to filling station to fill on their motorcycle, and they're always on the move. This is the source. And God has helped us. We have got it, and we'll continue to get it. I want you to pass a thank you message to the general public. If you remember all the time, we have been soliciting for cooperation from the general public, and that solicitation has been yielding results. These seizures were made possible by information from the general public. So it is a good day for us here. That is why I felt you should come around us so that we showcase this type of seizures. The smugglers are not sleeping. They are bent in using all different type of tricks. When we go out, I'll show you a truck carrying firewood, as if it is a normal firewood, but underneath is rice. I'll show you a truck belonging to Dangote, claimed to have been carrying beans. Each bag of beans contains 2 bags of parboiled rice, all in the name of smuggling. These guys, they are clever by half. We are ready for them, and we'll get them wherever they are. So I think by the time we go down, I'll show you the rice, the used clothes, the spaghetti, the used tires, the PMS that we stored somewhere around us because of their nature. We will not bring it to the compound here. We'll go there and see it. Some gold cars. I want you to report this. The smugglers now, they don't use bigger trucks to smuggle rice. They use small trucks, small golf cars to carry 5 bags, 10 bags. Before you know it, if a golf car will shuttle for 10 ways, you can imagine how many bags you can ferry in a day. So we're after them. We have got their tricks. If I go down there, I'll show you the number of cars and their content. Order given to us by the Controller General of Customs. This rice was possibly evacuated from shops and warehouses across our areas of operation. These guys, as I told you, they have tricks, they have ways of doing their business today. But as I said, they are clever by half. Wherever they go, however trickish they feel they are, Customs will be there to get them. We have 635 bags here that we are able to evacuate from different shops and warehouses across the areas where we are operating. I want you to report other schedules were domesticated in the nearest area commands where we are operating. If I make a schedule in Katsina, because of logistics and distance, I don't need to keep it to bring it to Kaduna here. I keep it in Katsina for the custom area controller over to account for it. So this is how we work together, so that we don't allow logistics or distance to mar our operation. So these are the rice. You can see it from the other side. The other items are here, carrying this illicit product. Initially, they claimed to have beans inside. There are about 48 bags of beans, but concealing 2 bags of rice, or foreign rice, for supposed beans bag. In this bag now, we are going to have concealed the beans. So you can see it, open down. Open that down.
Okay.
So these are the PMS. We got 232 kegs. I consider this also very important because of the security implication of the country. You can imagine if this case get out of hand. The bandits are ever ready to buy this in much millions you don't expect. So it's a big catch for Nigeria customs and for Nigeria at large. We continue to sell them, and we ensure that this does not allow to reach the wrong end user.
The federal position in this zone C has made a seizure of 869 billion naira for smugglers operating in the eastern part of the country. The area controllers at that unit will keep on fighting The smugglers operating within the zone urged them to look into other businesses and stop smuggling activities in the area. It speaks more on a number of issues.
On our operational exploit, especially our renewed vigor and determination to curb smuggling in areas of our jurisdiction. And more worrisome and concern to us as enforcement arm of the government is especially interception of this medicament that is not licensed. It has no NAFDAC certificate. And if this thing goes to the wrong hand, the negative effect of this cannot be overemphasized. So at this point, I would like to take a closer look at this. It's called caps. It's said to be manufactured, it's imported from India. And at the time of interception, it was not having any NAFDAC certification. Neither was it registered by NAFDAC. So that's why we had to bring it here for custody and for detention pending further investigation. And after all said and done, I think this item will be handed over to NAFDAC for further investigation so that to unravel those behind the importation of these items. 24 cartons of this Colcap pharmaceutical product and 1,200 cartons. If that one go into market, definitely you know the effect, what it can cause to human life, especially if it goes to the wrong hand. And on our youth, especially if it goes to the wrong hand. So we went in, we acted, got on our side, we intercepted it, moved it to our warehouse, we kept it there for the safe custody, took inventory. We are now trying to investigate to see those behind the importation of such items without proper certification and without any permit or license. We, based on timely and credible intelligence at our disposal, my operatives had it that some scrupulous Nigerians, some unpatriotic Nigerians imported this right through an approved route. So we mounted, we mobilized, we strategized, and moved into action. Luckily, God on our side, we were able to intercept them. But by the time we intercept, they have already moved them to a warehouse. So we now got an information of the location of where that warehouse is, though it's unnamed. Up to now, we are trying to find out the owner of that warehouse. So we moved in there, evacuated the rice, and brought them here. There are about 1,024 bags. And you know, the federal government has placed an embargo on importation of rice through land borders. And it is our full responsibility to make sure that these policies are implemented. And any saboteur that tries to circumvent the laws, we are out there for them. We make sure that they count their losses, especially in our areas of jurisdiction. At every passing day, we always try to strategize. Even though they think they are ahead, we are always ahead of them. We move into the creeks, the water sites, all those flashpoints where they think that they cannot be caught. My men are always there, and we are always after them. So the earlier for them to desist and engage in legitimate business, if not, we will not allow them to sleep with their two eyes closed.
The federal operation in this Zone A has accessed goods worth over 30 billion naira from smugglers operating in the zone. The acting controller warned importers against smuggling activities in the zone, saying that anyone caught would face the law.
1 by 40. The quantity is 525 bells. This one, 525. Now, the duty paid value of this very consignment is 236,500,000 seized.
Yeah, this textiles, are we supposed to produce them or what is the law?
In fact, on that normal thing, we should be producing them to protect our industries. But today, smuggler is the one that is rowing down all our economy. And we will continue to tell them that they should go and then look for genuine. They should embrace genuine business. They should desist from smuggling. Let them stop it. Yes, in fact, let me correct this impression. These videos you are seeing, most of them have not stayed that long as we are talking. because we bring in seizures in a daily basis. I've now shown you part of these seizures. Look at the chain of vehicle carrying rice. So if we're that I've not brought you inside here, you not believe us. So you can now see, we bring them in here in a daily basis. So stop seeing them being piled up this way. All right? As they come, that is how they go. Binding all this, especially the seizures we are doing. No custom officer will be interested on anything seizure. Their laws are there. You see, there are processes. After the investigation has been completed, this thing at the same time will be forwarded to competent court, of which the court will now determine or decide the fate of this after condemnation. So you see, custom has nothing to do with this. In fact, it's one of my spectacular seizures. And you know, all I told you is this. They are all subjected to investigation. It's after thorough investigation that will determine the portion of this very spectacular seizure, which is the Indian hymn. I call it intelligence. And you see, anything seizure has to do with intelligence. And this intelligence is what helps us a lot today to see that all these things were being brought in here. And we are still you see, anything to do with investigation. You see, being a smuggler, he will not simply accept, even if you come and see him carrying this thing on his hand. So the only thing is that by the time the facts were being established, we have it here. And some of them are here. I have told you that I have 44 suspects. And all these 44 suspects, they were attached to one and another. These very seizures we are seeing. Well, it's part of me. I cannot be scared with this because we are always into that. There's no place we'll go out without seeing or being confronted with this kind of attitude of their own. So it's not a new thing to us. The only thing that God knows our mind. All we are after is that our economy should be excellent so that all of us should be happy. The saboteurs, that is the smugglers, should stop this attitude of their own. In fact, the amount of this seizure it stands for 30 billion naira.
Just before the end of this week edition of the program Custom Support, we brought you a report where seizures worth over 30 billion naira was intercepted by FOU Zone A in Lagos. For me, Igesame Etinye, thanks for watching.